Moving to the North Idaho is a dream, but skip any of these and you're going to learn real quick why locals tend to say Idaho is not for the unprepared. Did you know that North Idaho can get up to over an average of 60 inches of snow per year in certain areas? And temperatures that can drop below zero. If you're moving here from somewhere warm, and those numbers could probably sound absolutely terrifying, but here's what's really shocking. People who properly prepare for their first Idaho winter actually report loving or at least tolerating, while those who don't prepare often end up moving away within the first year. So what's the difference between those who thrive and those who barely survive? I'm about to break it down in the exact game plan that will put you in the thriving category no matter where you're moving from. Hey, I'm Reed Wilson with Revealing North Idaho. We come at you every week with new information about the North Idaho area. I have been a long-time Idaho resident, born and raised in Idaho, been a Idaho real estate agent for the past little over 20 years. So been living here in the North Idaho area for a little over the last 10 years. And today we're talking about how to survive your first Idaho winter. And let's get after it right now. Thinking about trading city life for North Idaho life? Hold up. Don't make the same mistakes many have. I'm going to lay out some things you need to think about if you are coming this way and it's your first real winter. After moving here, I realized North Idaho is amazing if you actually prepare. Here are some of the things that you absolutely must do before you say goodbye to your old place. Number one, I would visit in multiple seasons. Don't trust online photos. Visit in summer and winter. Summers are warm and beautiful, sunny, but the first November snow will make you rethink your wardrobe and your driveway. Emergency kits and communication, generators and backup heat, access to gas and electricity. These kind of redundancies are in a lot of these homes that people are doing so that if one goes out, you have access to the other. Generators are big up here. A lot of people have generators so that if the power goes out, kicks on and they can continue to live mostly like normal. Working flashlights, first aid kits, water, food, all very important items to have around. Think all internet is equal? Nope. Coverage is patchy in many areas. Remote jobs can vanish if you don't check the internet service and find out that you do not have good internet service before you buy or rent in those areas. Ask the neighbors, check the carriers, be ready to pay more for less. Understand your utilities and backups. Not every home has city water and outages are normal. Find out if you're on a well, septic, propane, gas, whatever you might have, then line up a generator and learn how to keep pipes from freezing. Pipes will freeze in certain temperatures here, and so it's good to know if yours needs to be wrapped, if it needs heat tape, or just need to keep your faucet dripping during those times. Understanding your house or which faucets may be along the outside walls. So those things are important to know. A lot of times we'll keep our doors open underneath our sinks so that we can allow a little more warmth in there to keep those pipes from freezing. Nobody wants to come home to frozen pipes that have now broken and you got water everywhere in the middle of winter. That just creates a whole nother set of problems. Winterizing your home, insulation, weather stripping, heat tape for pipes, and chimney and wood stove prep. Vehicle prep, winter tires, chains, emergency car kits, engine block heaters for certain vehicles or certain areas, Windshield wiper fluid, got to keep that ice off the windshields when it's got that wet, cold snow. And oftentimes I keep a blanket in the car, in the vehicle, and then depending on how far I'm going or where I'm going, I'll many times throw in an extra coat. And then just common sense, always be aware of the type of footwear that you have. If for some reason you slid off the road and you've got to walk 5-10 miles back in flip-flops or heels, that may not be very comfortable. So if you don't have the proper footwear on, maybe throw some in just in case you find that you might have to do some walking. Some homes are almost impossible to reach in the winter or even after rain. Four-wheel drive isn't a maybe in some areas, it's a must. Depending on where you live, make sure you have the right vehicle for the job, the right tires, and make sure you can get out when you need to. Plow services usually tend to book up fast. Build local connections. Neighbors here are some of your best resource. Information on firewood, or somebody even come and give you a tow if you get stuck. Join local Facebook groups, but get to know your neighbors, and a lot of times that can be of a great help. When disaster hits, you want to be on somebody's speed dial, not a stranger. It helps to have community connections. Moving to the North Idaho is a dream, but skip any of these and you're going to learn real quick why locals tend to say Idaho is not for the unprepared. So just to recap, we talked about making sure your home has the proper winterization, making sure that you're in areas where you can get in and get out of, whether that's being able to access it with a vehicle, with communication, making sure that you're prepared in your vehicle with the right tires, the right essentials, first aid kits, any of that. Also, having some groups, some community involvement, or at least neighbors, that having somebody that if you need to, you can access, get to, or talk to, that would give you some help. Already moved? Maybe you've learned something the hard way. I've done that. I've been in situations and learned from my mistakes. Having to walk too far in the cold and icy with the wrong shoes, or not having that warm enough coat and having to spend a little time in my vehicle. I've been stuck in places out, whether I'm hunting or out and about. I've had to spend the night in my vehicle in the winter before, in a snowstorm. So all these things are things you need to think about, making sure you got enough gas, making sure that you are prepared. Hey, drop your best tip or disaster story in the comments. Thinking about moving? Ask me anything. Hey, me and my team, we're never too busy for you. Give us a call, shoot us a text. We're happy to talk to you about what your goals are here, help you make your move to North Idaho a smooth transition. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.